Hi and welcome to the R.U.S.E 1v1. Oh, how is it called? Shoutcast, where we are looking to find the best players of the 1v1 playing against each other, and I have the honor to receive a couple of replays from the 1v1 Supreme Champion at this time, Black Bloodius Liquid Cat, as you may know, and he's facing a rather really strong opponent. I would probably put him in like top 5. I don't know. He's really good, and it's Quebec playing under a certainly different handle this time. So first we have like this American Open barracks, 3 depots, really standard, and Quebec is playing Italians with decoy airfield, or what I presume is decoy airfield. So yeah, and he's placing a barracks in mid, which is pretty standard, as you know. I don't think the Liquid Cat is really thinking that the airport is real, but it very well maybe. Anyways, he isn't dropping any anti-air, so that probably means he doesn't think that airport is real. He sees the usual tanks coming out, and Recon is leading the way against the Willy to push the Willy away. Liquid Cat reacts by dropping armor base, which is totally fine open, since the armor base will completely crush the Italian small arms. It doesn't even matter which tanks you get. He's doing the double tank base, which means he really wants to boost up his production, which makes sense, since he really needs to do something about it, because currently the situation is like he has 3 depots against 4 depots, and that's really not the way you can do something. Quebec responds quite fast by building anti-tank base, which is a completely fine choice. The Stuarts are really breaking up the front infantry there, although Quebec is kind of trying to spam the light infantry, which I think is pretty they are lost. I mean, you know, I would just give up on them, but I think the plan was to get some kind of recon out. The problem now for the Quebec is that he doesn't really have any recons, so he'll probably place another barracks. I can't stand to think where. The Liquid Cat does some harassment on this side, basically pulling all the AT guns there, as well as scouting with Willy. The problem is that he only has 1 recon on the field, so it's probably quite problematic. The Liquid Cat makes the correct choice of pushing in and taking out the supply depot. Even if he loses the tanks, he's in really good shape, which he does. He does take it out. The AT guns really aren't quite able to work at the angle. The Liquid Cat adds 1 more supply depot to his making it 4 against 3, which is a really good spot, because, well, after this attack he can basically sit in defense and nothing. And now it's Quebec's turn to actually do something drastic. Before that was when the Quebec held 4 depots, it was obvious that Quebec needed to defend. So given that in mind, we have our new truck rolling out. Apparently I can't even see. It does seem like a depot, or maybe no, I'm not sure. Tough to judge. The Quebec is still pushing. He's already made the new depot out, and what I presume is it could be as well another depot. So it's pretty much a macro battle who gets the upper hand in the battles. Quebec doesn't still think it's lost yet, so he'll be gladly pushing. Both of these trucks will make their own time. So the last turret has been taken out, and yeah, it's probably gonna be chill for a while, since the post players are just spending money to get money. But then it will go really hard once they get the money rolling in. It seems that Quebec maybe wants to drop another depot right away, but we don't see Liquid Cat doing that. So what that makes me think is that Liquid Cat will need to attack again, since Quebec is really not willing to give up any economical edge, so he will not push, he will just add more depots and try to stay in defense, which makes total sense. It's probably my playstyle as well when you just add depots, and it's not bad, but as we see, it's like double upgrading, so I think we'll pretty sure know what is coming out, and those should be super Pershings from what I'm expecting, since it's the only thing that requires double upgrade from the armor base. Given in mind I don't actually have super Pershings, I never bought them in shop. I bought like useless things, like not really a wallpaper or anything, but I bought gold chips. And since the ranked games are dead, I can't seem to find any points to actually bought the super Pershings. From what I know and what I gather, the super Pershings are really a bit out of balance. They're really fast and can break most things, even like anti-tank guns, which we'll probably see since the Italians have anti-tank guns base available. So it seems that there's some upgrade going on. The Liquid Cat pushes with 2 Pershings and a recon, as well as I really like the placement of these stewards, since they're kind of holding middle against any random sneaky attacks there could be. As we can very well see, the super Pershings are really making a good job. Is Quebec gonna micro the Willy? The Willy is really out of range, but he's trying to pick off the tank, and now he moves back. From what I would do, I would probably just snap the Willy. I mean, it's not that you can do a lot, but then actually the Liquid has to get another Willy or Greyhound, depending on the speed, probably a Willy. But now he's just gonna retreat and leave this supply depot wide open. As we can see, Quebec is really getting a lot of Senoentis as well as the heavy infantry to try to flank and take care of those pesky Pershings. It really could spell trouble if he does it right for the Pershings, but I mean, the damage has been done. The Pershings are really super cost effective, and as long as Liquid Cat is able to stay away from it, there should be no problems at all. He rounds up his anti-tank guns, but he won't attack yet. Oh, now he's moving. Okay, that's fine. We don't see any Harris. The Liquid Cat or Black or Bloodius haven't added any supply depots, so his main goal is still to get at least this depot, and then he could peacefully retire with like 100+ points, since he should be ahead, which would make total sense. The Quebec makes a small push over here, which could like not really spell trouble, but it will definitely require the Liquid Cat to pull some forces to that side as well. Really good job on Lee's, like you get these super Pershings away, and just in any case just let the Lees take off the depots, and since they can't really run away, but if he committed super Pershings to that side, there could be a chance where the Semoentis just come in and outflank the super Pershings. Although the super Pershings can go around, it would leave the super Pershings quite useless in that side. The Quebec kind of steps out of the woods, which is surprisingly for such a player of that caliber. And the super Pershings make really quick job of the infantry. There's nothing. I mean, infantry is generally like really good, but not against super Pershings. You can't really flank them as well since they are so fast. It's really hard. So it's really solid play from the Liquid Cat so far. He has been like abusing the Americans so well. Like 6 super Pershings. The stack of these could take like out, I would say, like 6 Semoventis. At least this pile isn't even good enough for this pile. If he just stacks Pershings and just auto attacks correctly, and the Quebec doesn't really micro, I would guess the Semoventis would just lose. At least that's what I know what the Tigers do, but I think maybe Tigers have a little bit more armor, but I don't think so. So yeah, as you can see, these anti-tank guns have to like retreat, since they're really no match against like 2 super Pershings. I mean, cost-wise it makes sense though, because this pile is worth about like 100 points and this pile is worth like 20 points. Will he get it? Oh, will he get it? I think. Let's see the macro. Yeah, he pulled it back. put the Lee in front. Didn't lose even a Stuart. The blitz is real, and there's nothing you can do. So Quebec reinforces the center from what I guess with a heavy infantry, and oh, we lost one Pershing finally, so the Semiventes are really doing their job. They're kind of retreating, there's not much you can do. And the problem for Liquid Cat here is that he really needs like to go around here, which is kind of weird, but well, he happily has these two tanks here, but these tanks are like completely cut off from the main force. Maybe he could go through the forest. But I mean, if the Semiventes push here, well, it's a problem. But given that Liquid Cat is like actual supreme 1v1 champion, he's obviously making a wounded 80 to get the Semiventes, and yeah, there's really not much you can do with Semiventes. I mean, this combo, it's just really he has something against 80 guns, and the Pershings will slay infantry, so. All he needs is just like sit back and relax, and he should be able to win without problem. And as we see, the Quebec surrenders because you really can't cross the line like this. And yeah, so let's take a quick look at the scores. So obviously Liquid Cat totally crushed him, but was left in income. But there's no problem with that. The kills okay, and the incomes. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, the orders per minute is pretty nice, kill ratio is pretty nice. So thank you for watching this 1v1 replay. I'll see you in probably the next one.